Vince Malone, South Wales Branch, Wales District. President, National Conference, I rise to propose motion 34, HND retailers to receive timely deliveries to ensure operational viability. This annual conference requests that the NEC to liaise with the publishers and wholesalers to ensure the HND retailers are getting their supply in adequate time to perform the duties of home delivered copy. This area, if allowed to continue the way it's going, means that in 2 years' time there will be no HND. Supplies arriving late to the agents, and I mean from 8 to 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, makes it impossible for HND to be offered. For a successful HND operation, the copies need to be delivered by paper boys and girls before they go to school. Using adults to deliver in the afternoon is not a cost-effective or sustainable. It is clearly unacceptable, the situation we are in at the moment. It's unacceptable. It's embarrassing as a HND operator that I'm delivering morning papers in the afternoon. We need to be making sure that we have a viable solution to this. It needs to be something that is palatable to those out there that do not do HND, and I think that we need to differentiate between what we're asking here. It's about making sure that we're not prioritising HND over other suppliers, but if the local bookies are getting their papers before me and they open at 9 o'clock, that is unacceptable. And that's the motion. Thank you very much.
Do you have a seconder?
Morning conference again. Peter Robinson, South Wales, Wales District. I rise to second this motion, and again, I ask you for 100% support for it. The HND copy is still in demand from customers. There is still opportunity to grow this business. And the one thing that is killing it is late deliveries. The inability that results from those late deliveries to recruit and maintain the staff who you need to do this job makes it, moving forward, almost impossible. I genuinely see the end of HND in whole swathes of the country because of the lateness that we so often receive. When papers leave the print centre, even 15 minutes late, by the time they get to wholesalers in north of Scotland, West Wales, the West Country, that 15 minutes is probably an hour and 15 minutes. And the knock-on effect of that, when we already receive them relatively late compared to the rest of the UK, is that it simply becomes impossible to have your staff hanging around, paying them because you have to, and then delivering the papers far later than your customers actually want them. It's so simple on one level. HND has not fundamentally changed in 60 or 80 or 100 years. The only thing that's changed is the publisher and wholesaler ability to get them to us reliably on time. That has to be addressed if this service is going to continue. And there's a second sign to it as well, because in these rural areas where you have large HND deliverers, they're often taking the bulk of the product that's on vehicles. And so when these people stop doing it because the lateness is so great, the whole viability of wholesale rounds will come into jeopardy. And it will impact on non-HND retailers, because the first thing a wholesaler will do when I stop delivering to my 1,000 HND customers, they will simply make the rounds bigger. And other retailers will get their papers even later. The whole thing, HND, in some parts of the country, in rural areas, often is sustaining the wholesale network. And they fail to realise it And when it's gone, it'll be too late, because it'll never come back then. So I urge you all to support this 100%. Please support.
The next speaker.
Good morning, President. This is my first time to come onto the stage. London District and Barking and Havering Branch, Vipul Patel. Good morning, conference. We have to safeguard our livelihood, and it's critical that hand supply is on time. Please support 100% this motion, please.
That's made in speed, right? Okay, any more speakers? Yeah.
Morning, Conference. Sailesh Patel, Northwest District. Yes, this is, I'm sure, a sore subject for everyone here, I suppose. Everyone's suffered from this. My personal experience, I've been a newsagent now for 43 years. We used to get papers bang on time for so many years. It's now got to a stage where in the last few weeks, my personal experience, 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. is the last time we received the papers. And so you spend about 20, 30 minutes on the phone waiting for somebody to answer from Menzies. You listen to this recorded message that goes on and on and on and on. And for this particular message, I had to listen to it a few times because I was quite shocked. It said, driver overslept. And I couldn't believe it at first. I thought, have I heard it wrong? So I thought, no, I'll try again, and I listened to it again. And I actually recorded it on my phone as well, and I shared it with a few of my fellow members of the Preston branch, and they were in stitches. But we heard the presentation yesterday from Menzies. All good about what they want to do and what they want to do for us, but are they going to actually do it, or is it just, oh, we will look into it? Every time you address the issues, it's, we will look into it. What's your box number? We will look into it, and that's it. Our day starts with constant phone calls to Menzies, then to Connect, report everything to Connect. Connect are very good. They actually do contact Menzies, and then they get back to you. But again, it's a process. It's a process. Your whole morning is literally focused on this particular subject of delivery. I do not have big round. I do not encourage any more new HND customers because I just won't do it. Solely for this reason, because it's just a headache. I have now literally 5 customers that I will deliver to who I have not got the heart to say, no, I won't deliver because they can't leave their house. So I will supply to these 5 customers. They are very old customers of mine. They're probably in their 90s now. And as a service, I do that. But I still have to get the phone calls from them every morning. Where's my paper? Where's my paper? And it's not fair. They are waiting for their paper. These are your customers who are our soul, and the traditional newsagent is not going to be there if this carries on. So I urge the Federation to make this a priority, actually, because this is the core of our business. And I support this motion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speakers. No more speakers. Conference ready to vote? Vote now. Okay, that's passed.